Today's horoscope, Libra May 10th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon spends the day in your sign, and your emotional needs are in the foreground. Your emotions are pronounced, and you may be keeping others guessing with your moodiness. You're certainly in need of fresh experiences, and if you don't seek them out, they tend to find you. You're inclined to want to pursue personal goals and studies or self-directed activities. Consider that as the day advances, pushing things can end up delaying them. If something has been impeding your social life or long-term goals, you'll feel the tension now, and rethinking some details could be worthwhile. The cosmic wheel is churning forth, and we are dancing right along with it. Jupiter, the planet of luck, fortune, and favor, is spinning in the distant skies of a fellow air sign Gemini. When this occurs, you feel vibrant, curious, and excitable. The whole universe feels as if it is smiling down upon you. You will feel pulled in vast, excellent new directions, regardless if single or attached. If single, be sure to engage with people, and you may find someone who not only tantalizes your mind but also your heart and loins. Couples can enjoy more adventures out and about with their sweetheart, primarily through travel. It's time to embrace the social aspect of your job. Next time you hear talk of an after-hours get-together, get an invite. Your charm is a legitimate skill. Why not use it to advance your career? You'll feel a lot of relief in the general atmosphere today. It's a good day to give your employees permission to leave early, or let your kids have extra helpings of dessert. You are usually so exacting of others, but especially of yourself. Try to give yourself the permission to have a little bit of fun, too. It may even be a good night to get a little more acquainted with someone you love. Let your imagination lead the way. Everyone needs a rest, including you. See about taking care of your psychological and emotional well-being on this day. Consider taking some of the money you work so hard for and spending it on yourself. Perhaps you'd love to go for a therapeutic massage. Perhaps there's a new book out that you would love to read. Whatever the case, do something especially kind for yourself today. Even if it's a work day, go out this evening and pamper yourself. You'll be glad you did. With 5 planets in your relationship sector, it is a given that the moon's monthly visit to Libra was going to see a clash as it moved through, putting a balance between your own and your relationship needs under pressure. However, for 2 of those planets, this will be an opportunity rather than a challenge. The moon's clash with Venus today might push some buttons, but as the planet of love, she will use this to help you better understand what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Because Mercury will leave before the moon can clash, as the planet of communication, he is able to use this to get the communication lines open. Normally only spending 24 days in your relationship sector each year, Venus had not only spent nearly 2 months here before retrograding back out at the end of March, but 8 days after returning she is still here for another 4 weeks. Key to making these coming weeks count is Venus clash with the moon in Libra today, with the planet of love able to use any buttons pushed to better understand what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, the cosmic skies are relatively calm. The stars aren't making much noise, and that in itself is a message worth paying attention to. When the celestial energy is quiet, it's often a gentle invitation to slow down and reconnect with yourself, your rhythm, and the pace of your life. You may not feel particularly driven to launch into a big project, have a major conversation, or take a leap into the unknown, and that's perfectly okay. Not every day needs to be about movement. Some days are for grounding, for integrating, for breathing. If you've been feeling a bit scattered lately, or like you've been running from one task to the next without much time to reflect, consider this your cosmic permission slip to pause. Return to the basics. Today is ideal for getting back into your routine, not just out of habit, but as an act of self-respect. Re-establish the habits that nourish your body and spirit. Whether that means meal prepping, tidying up your space, journaling, meditating, or even just getting to bed a little earlier, these small acts are the foundation of your well-being. Take a moment to reflect on all the effort you've put in over the last few weeks. Maybe you've been grinding at work, showing up for others in your life, or pushing yourself toward a personal goal. Even if it hasn't always felt glamorous or acknowledged, know this: your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. You may begin to see the fruits of your labor emerging now in subtle but deeply validating ways. A word of praise, a moment of appreciation, or even the internal satisfaction of knowing you followed through on something important. These small recognitions are deeply meaningful. Allow them to build your confidence and remind you that your consistency matters. This subtle but steady energy is also perfect for nurturing your relationships. Because your energy is more settled today, you might notice that your ability to connect with others comes more naturally. Your presence feels grounded and calming to those around you. When you speak, people listen not because you're louder, but because your energy is more aligned and authentic. That kind of calm leadership rooted in empathy, not ego, is incredibly magnetic. If there's a friend you've lost touch with or someone who's been on your mind, this is a beautiful time to reach out, reconnect, and strengthen the bonds that truly matter. You might also notice moments of intuitive clarity today. Even though there's no dramatic celestial shift happening, there's something about the stillness that helps you hear your inner voice more clearly. Pay attention to the nudges, the quiet observations, or the gentle changes in your environment. Sometimes, it's in the quietest moments that the most meaningful shifts begin. However, a word of gentle caution: this tranquil vibe doesn't necessarily extend to every area of life. Financially, things may feel a little uncertain today. If someone offers you an investment tip that seems too good to be true, or you feel pressure to spend on something you're unsure about, trust your instincts. Not all advice will be in your best interest, and some people may be acting out of self-serving motives rather than genuine care. Be discerning. You don't need to make any big money moves right now. Today is more about preserving what you have rather than chasing something new. It's also worth being mindful of your energy. You may have more motivation than you've had in a while, especially if you've recently been feeling drained or off your game. There could be a renewed drive pushing you to recommit to your physical health. If so, embrace it. Maybe it's the perfect day to stretch a little further in your workout, go for that long walk, or even try something new that challenges your body and refreshes your spirit. On the flip side, if you feel tired, don't push through for the sake of productivity. Listen to your body, and if it's asking for gentleness, honor that. A sauna, a hot bath, a massage, or even just a few quiet minutes in nature might be exactly what you need to restore your balance. The bottom line today? It's not about dramatic change. It's about conscious recalibration. Use this cosmic lull to recenter, reflect, and restore. Your inner compass is pointing you toward stability, and the beauty of that is often overlooked in a world that constantly chases the next big thing. Sometimes, the greatest growth happens in the spaces between our busiest moments, in the stillness where we remember who we are and what we truly value. So take a breath. Take your time. And if you're feeling inspired, I'd love to hear from you. What's one simple habit or routine that always helps you feel balanced? Have you noticed any quiet victories or moments of clarity recently? Share in the comments and let's support one another in finding peace in the pause.